it's kind of more sticky than it is an equalizer, though. I'm not sure I like this. Used to love Too Faced Shadow Insurance, but I don't like the way it feels kind of sticky. And that the whole point of primer is to give you an even surface, and sometimes it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. That's why sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Especially if I have glitter, glittery shadows, I do like it. But the tackiness does help it to stick, the shadow to stick, obviously. And therefore, if it sticks, it's going to have longer wear. So, but I've had other ones that just make your eyes super silky and make it where it gives it a really even palette, and that's what you're trying to do. So that the reason you're doing this all over Enhance, y'all, is to really have a powder, almost like it's a powder primer, so that nothing sticks anywhere. You know, so it all goes on smoothly from here, and I'm even going to do that underneath here, there. Okay, so that was Enhance. Now, you can put that on the inner tear duct, and I am going to do that because I want to, well, I'm going to use, this is an E35. I really actually was going to use my other pencil brush, but I don't see it. Where's my other pencil brush? The light colored one. Oh, well, I have a dark colored one for like under the eye detail, and a light colored one for the inner. Oh, my bangs are doing weird stuff. Bangs, quit being so silly. Alright, so there's a little bit of fallout, but that's okay. I'm learning almost every palette has that. But anyway, I'm going to go, because the color palette I'm choosing today is Happy Eyes over here, the brown tones. I could use the plum, but I think I'm going to do the brown tones. But I'm going to use this, maybe a combination of the second color to kind of put on the inner corner. Let's see how that looks. It's almost nothing, Beth. You need to use a little more than that. There we go. Yeah, I want a little color there to enhance. Give it a little pop. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I may just go over the whole eye with it. And maybe the outer part of the upper brow, right under the brow. And just a little bit over and upper brow. I don't want it to be sparkly, I just want it to be bright. Okay. I feel like one of these is more yellow and one is more rose goldy, so it's interesting. Okay, we'll see. And like I said, I don't typically use that brush for that, so it's kind of not a good job. But anyway, okay, so now we're going to use this Happy Eyes. Where's my big one? There it is. Okay. E50. And I'm going to go into what is a chocolatey color. You know what? I'm going to do this first. I just feel like it needs a little lighter transition color under the brow. What's very orangey on me. So many palettes are oriented to the sunset and suntans because a lot of stuff's coming out of LA, and y'all, I just don't like it. I don't like this orangey peachy tone. But now it's on, so we're going to have to blend that in. Let's see if the chocolate is also orangey. It is very orangey. I guess that's because that's what's in style, and she is certainly in style. Charlotte is. She's on the latest trends, and this is very trendy to be very... The browns are not brown, they're orangey. There. Well, that'll be our transition color anyway. There. It's just too orange for me, y'all. I don't like it. That's just me. But I do have a lot of orangey color in my shirts. It's gonna look like I'm trying to match my shirt, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm almost wondering if I should switch to a plum now instead of the brown. Let's go with the brown. I wonder, is it going to be orangey? It looks orangey. Let's see. The thing is, I know the colors will be well blended to each other, so that's why I'm staying with the color palette that she put together. The three colors that are with each other will blend together. That is a little more brown, which I like. So see, it just gives depth. And it's the third color, so we have, you would have used this, this, and this. I used that and then. So it's a little more smoky. What that means is it's a little more gradient. It's not the smoke color. None of these is a smoke color. But smoke is dark on the bottom right at the base of the fire where it starts, and then as it goes up into the air, as you know, it dissipates, and so the color thins out. And that's what smoky eye means, is that it's darker in the crease, and then as it goes up the transition area, it gets lighter all the way to the brow. And so when you're matching colors in a palette, they really should be so blendable you can barely see the smoking difference, and she did a beautiful job of that. This is actually a little more brown than I thought it was going to be. I am going to use a little of this purple just for the outer V. Once through so I can grab it. Just to get a little cooler tone in there. Once through. And again, that's bringing in a whole different gradient of color. There. Yep. Alright, and then I'm going to use, I always forget to bring my flat shader in here. Yes. But I want to use a cool tone, and so we end up using a concealer brush, which isn't the same. Even if I get it wet, it's not going to be the same, y'all. But we'll try it. This has got more pink tone to it, and that's definitely what I wanted to bring into this look. And I'm putting it on this from the center over to the tear duct. And Charlotte Tilbury's colors are always buildable. So as you can see, as I build it, it's looking fantastic. Really, really pretty. Oops, that last little hit I didn't mean to do. I went into the brown. Pay attention, Bethy. Pay attention. And I'm just staying on the lid, mainly right there on the top center. Oops. And just kind of packing it on, and that definitely, you can go up just a hair above. Your eyelid will do that naturally as you open and close your eye, by the way, so it doesn't matter if you go a little bit above. It's not going to stay right on the lid. It's going to transition a little bit by itself, all by itself. There. There we go. Okay, so I just added in some pink and some sparkle. And then the other thing that I wanted to do was use just a hair with, where's my Buff and Blend? It's supposed to say crease brush. I bet you this says crease brush. What do you want to be? All over blend. Everything's a blending brush in this world. So we'll go to the tapered blending brush, and we'll go back to this color right here. It's like, Beth, well, hello, why are you doing this? I don't know. I'm going to bring just a little purpley in the crease. There we go. Just a little. Just a swipe or two. Now, what would I say about this? You have to remember when you're using a Charlotte Tilbury palette, the colors are made to blend. So don't think that it doesn't have good color payoff or good coverage when you first put it on and the first swipe is like, what? Where is it? It's made to be buildable. She's a professional makeup artist. So you got to remember, hang in there. Like, stay with the palette. Build the color. Because I could keep going here and it would just be like, oh my gosh, you know? So there. That makes all the sense in the world. Alright, so now because this orange is so orange, I am going to go back with some of this white on my blending brush and just kind of go over it as I blend. It's just too orange for me. there, and that just toned it down just a little. I don't want to take the color completely away. Remember, when you're blending, you can blend the color right away if you over blend. And I know people don't ever tell you that. They're like, blendy blend, blendy blend, blendy blend. And I believe in blendy blend too, just to get rid of your lines. But don't over blend to the colors together so much that it muddies them. Oops, that was a little too much. I just got too much of that orange like in my brow hairs and it looked kind of weird. Okay. But you do want to get rid of the lines. Wow, I look so, my bags under my eyes don't look good at all. And that was that Sublimage eye cream. And then I used my concealer in my NYX. No, it's not. It's, who is my concealer? What's my favorite concealer? Where is it? It is Rimmel. This is what I used. But it almost seems a little dried out looking. And that's not typically the case for Charlotte Tilbury products, so, you know. Alright, I'm going to use the back part of my hand, the fatty part of your hand, or not the fatty part. I always think of it as fatty. That's actually probably some of your greatest muscle. Alright, and then I need to use a liner. I'm going to use a strong liner today, which is the felt tip, not the DHC, which is a fine line. Sometimes I like a fine line, sometimes I like something a little more bold, and with all this color, I'm going bold. Get it right down to the lash line. I want a little above it. It's okay, you can backfill it. I'm going all the way in. I'm going all the way in! There we go. And always make sure your little tail over here